Hello, my name is Bob Johnston, and I work with Dr. Daniel Shayesteh at Exodus from Darkness. A visitor to the Daniel Shayesteh YouTube channel recently asked several questions arising from his reading of the Quran. Today, Daniel will begin to address those questions and some related issues in this first of 5 short interviews under the title, The Chaos of the Quran. Daniel, there appears to be a serious problem with the Quran. On the one hand, Muhammad clearly rejects many Jewish and Christian beliefs that are found in the Jewish and Christian scriptures. On the other hand, he repeatedly gives advice to Jews and Christians that they should rely on their scriptures and consult them for guidance and truth. Can I ask you first to give us a short summary of some of the verses from the Quran that affirm the Jewish and Christian scriptures?
Sure, Bob. There are various passages in the Quran confirms Christian and Jewish scriptures. I give you just some examples from the Quran. For example, Surah 10, verse 94 says, if you, Muhammad, are in doubt as to the Quran, inquire of Christians and Jews who have read the scripture before you. So Muhammad had doubt in his own Quran, and the doubt was to the extent that possibly he was embarrassed among his own people. And then he said, Allah revealed to me that I should go to Christians and Jews. And also Surah 3, verses 3 and 4, and Surah 4, verses 46 and 47 say that the gospel and the Torah are the light of people and the way to guide and judge them. A very strong affirmation. Surah 2, verses 91 and 97, and Surah 4, verse 46 say that the Quran is the confirmation of the scriptures in the hand of Christians and Jews. And Surah 5, verse 68 says, O people of the book, you have no ground to stand upon unless you stand fast by the law, the gospel, and all the revelation that has come to you from your Lord. So you see that these verses are saying that Bible is the trustworthy book for all, including Muhammad and his followers.
Yet the Quran condemns Jewish and Christian beliefs in many places, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. I have got a couple of verses here to read for you. For example, Surah 9. Surah 9 is the last surah in Muhammad's mission. It's called Muhammad Deathbed Surah, came at the end to him. Surah 9, verse 30. And Surah 19, 34 and 35 say that Jesus was just a man, a prophet, but not son of God. And Surah 4, verses 156 to 157 say that Jesus wasn't crucified and killed. And Surah 4 again, verse 171 says that God does not express himself in Trinity.
So the deafening question arising from these Bible affirming passages from the Quran is this: why are they there? And how are they inconsistent with the rest of the Quran?
That's a good question. The establishment, the process of establishment of Islam is exactly like Mormonism and Jehovah's Witnesses. Muhammad also, like them, went to church. Started with the church. Muhammad went to church for 3 decades. he, his first his uncle was, supervising him, because his uncle was a committed Christian. He was a convert too. And then his wife. So he established his mindset with the things he heard in the church. And also he was convinced to speak about the Bible and the prophets of the Bible and about Jesus. And even after leaving the church, he continued doing that. And because he had already done that, he wouldn't stop it. And people would call him liar that if he stopped it. And we know even from Islamic books that after he moved to Medina, he is still told his followers that he would continue using Christians and the Jewish codes of conduct until Allah reveals to him new thing, gives him new revelation. So this was because he had already also said that he was a prophet in the line of Abraham, Moses, and other prophets of the Bible. He did this because he just wanted to say to people, yes, he has brought a new religion, that he is, on the right path. But that affirmation of the Bible chased them a very hostile direction, in Medina, when Jews and Christians rejected his claim, and they said to him that you could not be from the line of Abraham. Bible is saying that only people from the line of Isaac would come. So he became very hostile to them, and the hosting tribe already hated Jews and Christians. So after that, he used the affirmation of the Bible, Christian and Jewish scripture, as a weapon against them. And he told them that this is the last revelation. Even though I accept the Bible and the gospel, that you have to follow the last and perfect revelation of God. He actually taught his people that take the Quran in your left hand and the sword in your right hand, and go to people and say to them, which one do you like? Do you want to follow the Quran, or do you want to follow the sword and die? So that, caused him after that to create lots of contradiction, in the Quran. Why didn't he worry about those contradictions? Because he became very political and totalitarian. And then he started even to teach his followers that this is the new revelation of Allah. Allah is saying that the Christian book and Jewish book cannot be trustworthy. And Allah said that before it was trustworthy, but Allah no longer approves those books, and they had to follow this. So all this shows that Muhammad really was confused throughout his 23 years of mission, and the thirst for power didn't allow him to understand really there cannot be a contradictory doctrine behind the faith in the one and true God with his unique nature.
Thanks, Daniel. They are interesting and useful responses for us to consider, and I trust that our viewers will find them helpful. Can I encourage you to join us for part 2 of this series, The Chaos of the Quran, when we'll deal with further questions related to this topic. If you want to ask questions about Dr. Daniel's responses today, please place them in the comments section below this YouTube video. We will select questions from here from time to time for our Q&A playlist on this same YouTube channel. And if you found this interview helpful, please take the time to press the like button, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for joining us.